Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is one of the most supportive creators here in the Superchat family over the last 100 episodes or so. Just Jason Keto and more has been a dear friend and somebody who motivates and inspires on his own channel. Now, one of the things that happens when you begin your YouTube journey is you make a lot of friends, and it's very easy to kind of schedule days and times to go live. Maybe you go on Monday, your friends go on Tuesday, maybe you go again on Saturday, and you can arrange a schedule where your live streams don't crash into each other. Today is a special day because we usually can't do live streams on Thursday. I found myself with a time slot available for this, and we didn't have internet at my workplace until yesterday. We weren't expecting to have it until after tomorrow. So the stars are aligned today. We thought we'd do a stream. Thank you everybody for being here, especially our moderators, Scratch and PPA, and our other moderators, especially for coming in on a last-minute pop-up stream. And thank you everybody for being here. It's going to take me a few minutes to get through our introductions. Just Jason Keto and more will be going live at 7:30. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so that's about 25 minutes from now. And he will be motivating, inspiring when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So I hope everybody will check out his content. If you're here with us in Superchat, he'll have a replay available. He does a lot of recipes, product reviews, and has a lot of guests on his channel to talk about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. I'm just going to take one of his latest videos, put it in my catch-up list so I can keep caught up with him there. And just Jason Keto and more. I'm going to miss your stream today, but otherwise I would have made sure to be there. But he's a dear friend, like I said, and will be understanding, of course. So I've got a couple of names on the wheel, but I was late getting my act together here. The Bud files are being added to the wheel. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. I think I missed something in the chat there. Two Ghostly Wins from Australia came in and dropped a super chat. Ghostly Wins has been a dear friend for a very long time. I think it's getting on 3 years, actually. So we're going to look at that channel right before we start spinning the wheel. I still got to add some more names, and I think we've got a brand new channel in the chat here, too. T and Sharinda TV, thank you for your super chat as well. We always put super chatters on the screen as soon as we see them in the chat. Or, pardon me, we put them on the screen in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and after a long period of time, pardon me, probably 2 hours or so, we will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Let's get Ghostly Wins going right away, and we'll get to T and Sharinda TV shortly. Butler Family Farm needs to be added to the wheel. We'll get them on there. And pardon me for anybody that's mentioned something in the chat. If you did say something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I tend to miss a lot while we're doing our introductions. So Lone Cowboy Adventures, good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I just got Rushing Wind Mountain and Natalie Nicole's ASMR on the wheel with Butler Family Farm and it's D Bankroll. Paul's Green Space is on the wheel as well, and Neil Collects and Roadhog are both going to be added. I will try to do this as quickly as I can. I thought I was ready before we started, but I guess I rushed a little bit. Mistakes always happen when I rush, and I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody, maybe more. Pardon me, and Jay and Knight is back in the house, a fellow Canadian. Just Jason Keto and more, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that kind of thing countless times. And it's interesting to see that it went to Ghostly Wins. Like I said, who's been a dear friend for about 3 years. I know that they'll be happy to have that membership. They've been a member many times before. And I will get some more introductions done in a moment. Vase Place is going to get added to the wheel. And thank you one more time, Just Jason Keto and more. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Oh yeah, Wolf Scratcher started a new channel. So let me I'm just getting your channel together in the background there so that I can get to it easy if I have trouble finding it. Yeah, there's always new people, Jay and Knight, but now, like, you know, we're officially on the road to 5K, so thank you everybody for that. We'll probably have it sometime around Halloween, but it's interesting because over all this time, we still have creators that are coming in occasionally that were with us in the beginning. We got some people who have been here just about daily for all this time, and we've got new friends every week and every month coming in, which is great. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is going to get added to the wheel along with Chocolate Drop and Wolf Scratcher. I'll put your name on the wheel. That's just for myself as Wolf Scratcher right now. And then I'll sort it out when we get to your channel when it does come up. That's the one thing about the wheel. Now, I did add another feature the other day. It's not really a feature. It's something else we're going to do, which is a bit of a change up. So when we go on break in about a half an hour for the first time, if I remember, or shortly after, what we'll do is add a section to the wheel called Clear the Wheel. What that will do is I will wipe out all the names on the wheel, at least the members that are on there at that moment, and re-add anybody that's still in the chat. The reason why is because Superchat's become overwhelmingly busy. As everybody can see, I'm doing everything I can to kind of try to slow it down. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's absolutely true because we want everybody to have as much fun as they can while they're here, maximize the value of their time, and we always do everything in the fairest way possible. So I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream, and certainly not every day. So what we're going to do is wipe the wheel at some point. It'll be random. We never know when it's going to come up. It'll be a section on the wheel. When that happens, like I said, I'll reload the wheel with anybody who's still here at the time that's supposed. Super Sticker doesn't want to tell me that That's My Flock is everywhere. It could be because their name is made with a few special characters, but that's just a guess. But thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're going to do some more introductions in a moment. I don't mean to miss anybody, of course. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. The Stock Explorer's in the house. That's Nora, another dear friend who's here as a member and a moderator. Scratch and PPA, like I said, is in the pole position. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 6.5 years. Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He's here for every stream he can be, but he works during the week evenings. We're both in the Eastern time zone, I believe. He might be 1 hour behind me. And he often works until what I would consider to be about midnight, so he might not make it for these weekday streams, but we'll likely see him on the weekend. We expect to be here on Saturday and Sunday starting at 2 p.m. Eastern this week. Coffee Walks and Whatever, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Dizzy Chronicles, good to see you back. Chevy Addict is in the house. Henry Leslie Vermont, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Carrie Leonard is also in the house. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures rarely miss a stream. Thank you both for being here. They have been dear friends for a very long time. I'm just going to get them on the wheel. And we're going to talk about Ghostly Wins content in another moment. They picked up a gifted membership today from Just Jason Keto for anybody just joining us right now. Just Jason Keto and more. Neil Collects, I'm going to get you onto the wheel. And thank you everybody for coming in, especially on no notice. We didn't publish this stream in advance. Rosie Wren, the Queen of YT Forever, is here. She is a part of the Kid Wonder family, and he has got memberships actually with a few channels, which I don't ever want to solicit that from anybody. You know, things like memberships and super chats are absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. But Kid Wonder's been holding memberships with 2 or 3 channels at a time for a long time. The Paranormal Circle, good to see you here, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Little Ridge Farm, good to see you here. That's Mark. He's bringing us tiny home living and homesteading type content on his channel. And forgive me, I did ask if anybody wanted me to see something in particular to just drop 3 thumbs up with your message if you don't mind. But if you did, I missed everything in the chat still because we've got an overwhelming beginning. So thank you, everybody. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Jay and Knight, thank you so much. Yes, how about the coffee at the gas station? So my expectation is actually, if you want to... If we're not already connected, and forgive me for not being certain right now, but if you want to connect on one of the outside social networks like Instagram or something like that, I plan to be flying by your area very late on Friday. It's probably going to be midnight-ish. But if you're around, I'd love to meet up. We'll just do an impromptu thing, and then maybe we can arrange a collab one of these days. I'll be in a rush, but I'll be happy to stop and meet up and chat it up for a moment. Judy May Collins is in the house also. It was interesting, Jay and Knight, who just dropped that super chat, had mentioned the fact that they happened to be close to me because I recognized a gas station that I regularly stop at in one of his videos, just about an hour away from where I am. It's the Bankroll. Thank you for dropping that highlighted milestone message as well. I really do appreciate that. They've been a member for 4 months, so thank you for that also. So let's talk about Ghostly Wins for a second. This creator's at 750 subscribers. Now, they've been with us for quite some time. They've been a dear friend. And actually, my friendship with Ghostly Wins goes far beyond what we would typically talk about. The reason why I say that is because friendships are the #1 thing that I hear from people is their favorite part of their YouTube journey, myself included, of course. And Ghostly Wins is somebody who I can tell you has been a true friend over the last 3 years or so. They truly have my back in the YouTube streets. I know they care deeply about their own YouTube community and those of us here in the Tuber Chat family, for which I'm grateful. So I hope everybody will connect with this creator. Now, what they bring to us in content is retro video gameplay, and they bring Nintendo and Sega titles more often than anything else. It's interesting because I literally grew up with these systems, yet Ghostly Wins is still able to introduce me to games that I had not already seen or played, even after all these years. So it's always interesting to see what they're going to come up with. I'm going to grab their latest video and put it in my catch-up list. They've been posting frequently, again, as we can see, daily almost. They do live streams as well, and I've been lucky enough to catch them many times. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up, but it's always a good time in there because you can feel the energy in Ghostly Wins while they're playing. They keep up with the chat, but they're always having a good time, and they're doing a little bit of short videos here. Looks like a bunch of shout outs and things like that, which is great to see. I know they've been experimenting with those for a while. So I hope everybody will connect with Ghostly Wins. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 800 subscribers that they're thinking of. And thank you again for a super chat, Ghostly Wins. They managed to pick up a gifted membership from Just Jason Keto and more today. T and Sharinda TV is up right now, and I'm trying to remember for the life of me the name of the second channel. There's a way to feature channels on the front of your YouTube channel, and you can do that as a collaboration with others, or what I recommend is anybody that has more than one channel to link your own channel on your front page somewhere, usually at the bottom. Because you'll find that some people will be inclined to follow you on more than one channel when they connect with you, if that makes sense. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has a new show coming to their channel. And thank you, Ghostly Wins. They're working on some Pokemon. You know, I haven't seen I haven't ever played any of the Pokemon games after all this time. Killer Clown Gaming Jory is on the wheel now. And then thank you, Just Jason Keto and More will be live for a while. He's usually on for at least an hour. He'll be starting in about 10 minutes. We'll still be on probably. And then thank you, Jay and Knight. And I'll look out for a message from you. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And Nico, the Polytoad fan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. It took me a second to remember that name while I'm reading the special characters there. And, again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So, let's look at T and Sharinda TV. Now, this is an original channel, and Sharinda's gone on to do a second channel. But I'm going to take a video here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up with what they've been doing. They've been posting just over the last week or so again. Oh, what's the other name? Forgive me for not remembering. It's just not coming into my head right now. We just looked at it, and I think the last live stream. They're monetized here with over 3,000 subscribers, and you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. To get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Get Lit with Shay is the next channel that we're going to look at. It's the second channel from the creator behind T and Sharinda TV. Mukbangs, challenges, and more over here. They've got some shorts videos, and they've just started with these, but they're already getting close to 2,000 views on a couple of them. And then when we look at live streams, we see that it's been a while on this channel, but we'll see what they're going to do with Get Lit with Shay and if they're going to do some live streams over there possibly. So they've got a couple of shorts videos to start out with here. They've been posting already frequently, which is great to see, and hopefully everybody will connect with this creator on both channels. They're obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Here they plan to bring us pranks, story time, and some vlogging as well. We'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. And then Jarrett Talks, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Nico the Polytoad fan, I'm just curious if you have more than one channel because I see the change in the avatar there. And then, yes, I'm so sorry, T and Sharinda TV. I don't happen to mention that. I know that that's the case behind your channel, and I just don't mention it because even myself personally, I get choked up when it comes to things that are so unbelievably unfortunate, and it's horrible for you to have gone through it. What I can tell you is that I'm kind of amazed and absolutely happy that you are able to continue now bringing more positivity onto the channels, you know, always with entertainment. They've been a long-time dear friend and somebody who's been through a lot, as you can imagine. So it's great to see you continuing the YouTube journey. And let's get VS Speaks Royally onto the wheel. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off. To get that done, you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, and then that's okay. Yeah, Nico the Polytoad fan. So thank you. That's okay. I was just curious because I noticed when you did that. My Flock is Everywhere is coming up next, but Get Lit with Shay and T and Sharinda TV, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Thank you for Ghostly Wins as well. I really do appreciate that. Both of you know it's absolutely unnecessary here. Very much appreciated always. My Flock is Everywhere did the same thing, and then Jay and Knight will be up, and then we will get moving on Spinning the Wheel. K-Lastic TV is sneaking in, so we're going to get them onto the wheel right now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Anybody can reach out to anyone for that by simply saying, I am willing to swap playlists. And, forgive me if I mispronounce this, because I'm never sure, but I think it's Xavier Monday. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I see the Daily Crockpot coming in. Red Hot Reactions is Steve from the UK. Good to have you here. My Flock is Everywhere is dropping another super chat, and that's so that I'll put up Chevy Addict onto the screen. So I absolutely will honor that. I'll put them up right away, and then Jay and Knight will come up right afterwards. And then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll start spinning soon. But after a long period of time, probably another hour and a half or so, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged during our live stream. Rock Chick Beauty from the UK. I'm not sure if I said hello. I know you've been here since the beginning of the stream, so thank you for coming back in. And then Cherinator, always good to see you here. And then First Floor shout out. Yes, First Floor Audio is a dear friend. That's Lee from the UK as well. And he's a wonderfully generous supporter here. Izzy's Life Vlogs is a friend from about 3.5 years, I believe. That's my friend from before we even started Tuber Chat, to be honest with you. So it's good to see you here. It has been a while, but it's good to have you in the chat. And My Flock is Everywhere is up right now. This creator's actually been posting a little bit of content lately. A couple of Tuber Chat shoutout videos, so thank you for those. I did see them. And then a couple of new videos that you've got over the last few days. I had a problem with the internet. The internet went out last week. Some of you remember we had a stream and it got cut off. I couldn't even get it back, and we tried day after day after day. It just wouldn't happen. And the internet was literally out at the location of my workplace up until yesterday. We were expecting it to be longer, but at the last second we snuck in an appointment. They came, and now there's a cable hanging halfway across the neighborhood just for our internet until they can get it fixed. But we're up and running now. So I was off YouTube a lot more than I usually would be for the last week and a half. And then thank you, Chocolate Drop. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So My Flock is Everywhere. Thank you for that. They've been posting a few videos. I hadn't seen these yet. So I put the latest one in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators myself. They've got some shorts videos here that are starting to crack well over 2,000 views, up to 2,300 and beyond. And then live streams are something they've been doing somewhat frequently, actually. It looks like they're going almost more than once a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. They seem to be doing these on Tuesdays, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. They're working on 700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They dropped a couple of super chats here, and they've done that kind of thing many times before. But My Flock is Everywhere is also out there supporting other creators constantly. When I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them regularly. I'm always happy to see that. So, they also wanted to give a shout out for Chevy Addict. So this is another creator who's been with us several times, but this must be the first time we're putting them on the screen. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'll take this 7-minute one, and I will put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here usually 3 or 4 days a week, and we mix up the days and and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you again, My Flock is Everywhere, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to catch up with the chat in a second. We're getting Jay and Knight up here, another fellow Canadian, only from about an hour away from me, in between Niagara and Toronto. Hopefully I'm going to meet up with them soon. They've got a premiere coming up for Saturday, actually. I've got my notification on for that now. Charinator is dropping a super chat for First Floor Audio, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm going to put both your channels up in a moment. And we've seen that done many times before. My Flock is Everywhere just did the same thing, dropping a super chat on behalf of somebody else. Xavier Monday, our instructions are always in our video description. Basically what happens is this is a meeting place where we can connect with other creators with the purpose or with the intent of supporting each other over the long term. You'll hear from the stories that I tell that this goes way beyond weeks and months into even years of friendship and support. And it starts with a conversation, saying hello to anybody at all, usually one at a time, and then visiting their channel, doing all the things you wish they would do for you first, coming back here, letting them know that you've connected, and then they'll turn around and do the same thing for you. Our instructions are always in our video description for exactly how we connect. Cool Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see specifically, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up. And Kim Nandy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I pronounced that right. Everybody here is kind of looking for the same things, but the idea is the more we do for as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. And then Chevy Addict, yeah, you can thank My Flock is Everywhere for that. They dropped a super chat on your behalf there. Professional Paranormal Research is in the house. They happen to be a member. I'm just getting them onto the wheel right now. We'll get to spinning soon enough. Anne-Marie Love XX, good to see you here. And Charinator. Yes. Coastal Waters in the house. Wow, we're flying today, so thank you, everybody. I know this was an unexpected stream for a number of reasons. We're usually not here on Thursday, and I wasn't expecting to be on until Saturday again. So thank you, everybody, for coming in with no notice. Don Yarndall is also in the house. And, my dear goodness. Professional Paranormal Research, thank you for the gifted membership as well. They've done that kind of thing before also. I'm going to put your channel up right after First Floor Audio. And that gifted membership just went to the Daily Crockpot, which is really cool. They've only been with us a couple of times, I believe, now. So they'll be likely excited to have that membership. And if they're still in the house, I will put them on the wheel right away as soon as I see them again. So the Daily Crockpot, if you're still here, just say anything at all in the chat and I'll make sure to get you added to the wheel because you picked up that gifted membership from Professional Paranormal Research. Jay and Knight is up here right now. We still got a few channels to go through in another moment, but Jay and Knight comes to us from Canada, and they are bringing some nighttime exploring, camping, stealth camping, and some random adventures. They're in between Niagara and Toronto, so hopefully I'll meet up with them and possibly even collab one of these days. 237 subscribers right now. They've been with us many times before. We'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. They've got a premiere that's coming up on Saturday. It's Saturday for me. I'm in the Eastern time zone. That'll be 9 p.m. my time. And if you're wondering, it's 7:30 p.m. my time right now, so it gives you an idea of when that's going to fall. But we always get our local time zone when we're looking at notifications for premieres and live streams, so you'll see that when you get to Jay and Knight's channel. When we get into shorts videos, we see that this creator's already getting close to 2,000 views, one of them over 2,400, which is great to see. Live streams as well from this creator. They've done a couple, so we'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Be Amazing Sylvia is another friend who's been with us for just about 3 years, right from the beginning of Superchat. She's one of the original 7 members of the Drop the Link Day crew. I'm going to get her on the wheel because she happens to be a member right now. And from the other side of the fence is in the house. They also happen to be a member, so I'll get them onto the wheel also. Charinator dropped a super chat there for First Floor Audio. We're going to look at both of those channels in another moment. And what I'm going to do right now is go on break for 3 minutes, but it's time already for me to add our special new section to the wheel. Blessed, good to see you in the house. Oh, Charinator, we don't do any links here because it helps everybody. We don't do them for a few reasons, but one of the reasons is because it really helps everybody when we search, find, and click on them. But I'll make a bigger deal of it when I've got First Floor Audio on the screen, and they're going to come up right after your channel as soon as we get back in 3.5 minutes. Alright, we're back, and Charinator dropped a super chat right before we went on break there, so that was on behalf of First Floor Audio, so I thought I'd put them up first there, and then we'll look at Charinator in a second. First Floor Audio comes from Lee from the UK. He has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time here in Tuber Chat, well over a year, that's for sure, probably longer. And he is a talented performer and producer of music, and what you're going to find on his channel, first of all, are all of his original works available to be listened to. He's got a couple of shorts, but those are just to promote live streams where he either produces or performs. He could be singing. He draws you into the content. And then as well, he's got this series. He's live right now. He's got Radio 1FA where he features all of his music. He could be performing. He could be having StreamYard panel guests with him as well. It's always a good time. Like I said, an incredibly supportive creator. So we'd love to push him towards the 1,300 subscribers he's thinking about. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there as well. So thank you for that, Charinator. And this is another creator who's been with us for quite some time. Let's get them up onto the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Right now, Charinator is getting really close, dangerously close to 100 subscribers at 97. We'd love to push him up and maybe even over the milestone that he's thinking of. We know it's an important journey towards that 100. It's more difficult than ever before now, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Now, Charinator mixes up the content, lots of variety here. We'll be looking forward to a new video hopefully soon. They're doing some shorts videos, and these seem to be experimental with a lot of variety as well. Live streams are something that they've done a lot of video gameplay with, and they've mixed those up as well. So we'll keep an eye on the channel. We got notification bells on for everyone all the time, of course, and then when they do have new content, we'll be ready for it. But Charinator, thank you again for that super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, and I'm sure Lee will appreciate it at First Floor Audio as well. Professional Paranormal Research gifted a membership, and let's see what they've got going on their channel in a second here. And yeah, Xavier Monday. There's always brand new channels coming in every day. Sometimes only one, sometimes a few, but it always changes. And we've got up to anywhere in our family of over 5,000, well, close to 5,000 friends now over the last 3 years. So people come in all the time. Every day that you're here, you'll see a different mix of people based on different schedules and things like that as well. I try to mix up the times and dates of the live streams or days of the week so that we can meet different people from around the world in different time zones. And then thank you everyone, yes, for those thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yes, Butler Family Farm has been here just about daily lately, and I really do appreciate it because I know like the last couple of streams have not had notice, right? And I might keep that up. We might be doing them as pop-ups. I'll just tell you right now, we expect to be here Saturday and Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern. And Professional Paranormal Research, let's see what they have got going on. They've got a brand new couple of videos since I was on the channel last. I'll put the latest, one of the latest videos in my catch-up list. This one because it's longer than the other. Every minute matters when we're talking about watch hours, of course, right? Shorts videos on this channel have gotten into well over 2,400 views on one of these. Live streams are something that they do frequently as well. As you can see, usually at least just a couple of times a week, and then they've got one scheduled for a few days from now. So we'll be looking forward to that. We've always got our notification bell on, but we set notifications for everything that we see, whether they're premieres or live streams. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then when we look at this channel, we're going to see paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. So thank you again for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I know that the Daily Crockpot will be happy to have picked that up. They're fairly new in the Superchat family, so now they get the benefit of being added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, of course. So next up, Rock Chick Beauty. Let's see what she's got going on. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Rock Chick Beauty comes to us from the UK as well, and this creator is working on 1,200 subscribers. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. All things alternative, and you see that they've updated their banner with the autumn and Halloween spirit, which is great to see. They bring beauty, fashion, lifestyle, unboxings, and more. They actually started with beauty and unboxings and haul videos, get ready with me type stuff, a lot of live streaming as well. They continue those things today, including sponsored videos also. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They will likely have a new video from them soon because it's been about a week. Granny Filming again, good to see you in the house. Wellness with Tammy, good to have you here also. And when we look at Rock Chick Beauty shorts, we see that some of these have started to move now into 1,700, even 2,700 views and beyond. Live streams on this channel have been a couple of weeks, but she used to stream frequently, so she might be picking those back up. She often does StreamYard panels. I've joined her many times before on different channels as well. So if anybody keeps that notification bell on, we'll be ready for her when she comes up with new live streams, and we'll often see her on other channels as well. The ticking noise, I'm not sure Neil collects. We did just have our internet fixed, and it should be okay. Unless it was a song, maybe it's background music, or I'm not sure. Hopefully we're doing all right though. JNS Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Granny Filming again. Hopefully I said hello. Targeted Patton, good to see you here. And thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being sure if you're here for the first time. Usually one of my robots comes in and welcomes people when they've not been here before. So hopefully Bautissimo will show up. We'll see in a second here. And then hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. Our instructions are always in our video description for exactly how to connect with people here so that you get the most value for the time that you spend. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And that's Rock Chick Beauty. So now it's time for us to spin the wheel, and you'll notice that a message has been going through the chat every once in a while saying the wheel is changing, and you'll notice that I've added a section to the wheel. If I know it's very difficult to see the names on the wheel if you're watching on a phone right now, but you'll see that there's a couple of emojis in the wheel here with a section called Clear the Wheel. Now, it's completely random. We don't know when it's going to come up, but what I'm going to do when that happens is I'm going to wipe all the names off of the wheel that are on there and then reload with anybody that's in the chat at the moment. And that's to try to give us an opportunity to make sure, first of all, we get through everybody's channel within 3 hours, or as many as we can, and give a few new people an opportunity to be on the wheel, but we want to do everything in the fairest way possible. I know not everybody can be here every day or for 3 hours every time we stream. Kokomo Joe 13, good to see you here, and Nancy B. the Scratcher, good to have you in the house. Together We Travel is also here. And one of the things that I'll ask, I know we've got a few new channels in the chat, so for anybody that's brand new today, Our instructions are always in our video description for how to connect with creators. It's very important that when you're visiting somebody's channel, you're watching a video that's at least 3 minutes long and you're watching it from beginning to end. We also leave a comment, we give a thumbs up, and then subscribe and turn the notification bell on, of course. But it's very important that we're taking the time to connect the right way. Otherwise, YouTube will take all your subscriptions again the next day, and we don't want anybody to have wasted their time. Canadian Family Life and Canadian Family Life Hubby are both in the house from New Brunswick. I'm going to get those channels onto the wheel because they both happen to be members right now. That just gives them double the chance of coming up faster. And then we'll get to talking about Chocolate Drops content. This is a creator that's here with us frequently, but they've been another long-time friend as well. Chocolate Drop is working on 900 subscribers right now. They talk about life, love, couponing, and some vlogging, and of course shorts videos, live streaming on this channel. This creator's always smiling, always energetic. And I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. Of course, you can see all the variety that they're bringing in their videos. We're going to look at their shorts videos for a second here as well. We see that these have started to move into 2,400 and 2,500 views, but one of them is over 7,700, which is great to see. And then live streams. Look at the smile on this creator. You can't help but smile along when you see that. And then I'm just going to grab their latest video. This is a stream from earlier today, and I'm going to put that in my catch-up list just to give them some watch time there. And Chocolate Drop is here with us frequently, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The Bud Files, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. They're just letting us know that Budtoberfest starts on October the 3rd. So they got a series coming up, and we'll be looking forward to that. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Hurricane Andrew, good to see you here for the first time, possibly. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. About a year and a half ago, we had this influx of homesteading type channels coming in. And I group a lot of different niches into that category, if that makes sense. Basically, we talk about farming, ranching, typical homesteading, a lot of gardening. There's indoor and outdoor content, but we get a lot of camping, fishing, hiking, and other types of things. Now, our Georgia Suburban Homestead is making some jam here. We Be Jammin' is their latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up and see what they've done there. I've never done any of that myself. I remember when I was a young lad, we got into a horrible car accident, as a matter of fact, on our way back from strawberry picking, and my mom and her friends were making strawberry jam back in the day. They used to do that all the time. All ended up being okay afterwards, except for we had to replace the door on the car. But that was back in the day where kids didn't wear seatbelts in the back seat of the car either. So it could have been horrific, and luckily wasn't. Live streams on this channel are frequent, just about every other day or so, 2-3 times a week. And then shorts on the channel have started to move into 3,800, even 4,100 views and beyond. They could be indoors or outdoors. So hopefully everybody will connect with our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They talk about growing their own food, and they want to show us that that can be done in a residential neighborhood. So it's great to see them inspiring and motivating as well. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get you on the wheel in a quick second here. The Stock Explorers coming up from Florida. This is Nora, and they are a dear friend as well as a member and a moderator here. Let's get them onto the screen. I'm going to put Wayne's World Unlimited in their place on the wheel. We'll get back to spinning in another moment. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. Pardon me, even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then thank you, Xavier Monday. Hopefully we'll see you again. We'll be here on Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. The Stock Explorer comes from Florida, and this creator seeks to, more than anything else on their channel, bring us the stock market and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They do that through everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. And then they bring us shorts, videos, and live streams. Now, sometimes there are charts and graphs for us to see. Sometimes it's friendly conversation. Lately, they've been mixing up the content with a lot of lottery ticket scratching and other variety. You find more variety in their videos. Lots of stock videos here, but they've also got product reviews, unboxing videos, some drone footage, and I've seen this creator go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox it on a live stream. So that's pretty interesting. And then shorts videos on this channel bring pure variety, but they've already gotten into 3,600 views and beyond. One of them over 6,100, and I think that one's still moving, actually. RR Vlogs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Now, every moderator, like the Stock Explorer on this channel, is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you will be invited and encouraged to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way that we do here. Don Yarndall, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Then we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, probably another hour to hour and a half from now, I will add a couple of names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. X1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, Bautissimo always drops a link whenever I think a membership is gifted, but for sure when a super chat drops as well. So as long as Bautissimo's always working like it's supposed to, it's something we don't promise, but we know it happens, which is great. And then Tropical Buzz is a second channel from Nora, the Stock Explorer. This creator is working on 300 subscribers on this channel. This is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they'll be growing themselves. And they've gotten involved in seed swaps and things like that as well. They're in Florida, so they've got plenty of growing season. So, hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer if you haven't already. And like I said, they're here as a member and a moderator. Don Yarndall is coming up right now. They just dropped a super chat, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I've caught them many times, actually, and they're doing a lot of collaborating with others. Mermazing, says Coastal Water. Thank you very much. Yes, mermaids are quite a theme on Coastal Water's channel. You'll find that when you get there, but thank you for the highlighted milestone message and for being a member for 11 months. I really do appreciate all that extra generous support. I didn't notice earlier, but Charinator had taken over our stream boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure. As we can see, Don Yarndall is here and has a brand new video from a few days ago. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 700 subscribers right now. They've got video shorts and live streams. And let's just look at their about page for a quick second here. So crochet supporter, but they are, I see them collaborating with others all the time. lots of fiber arts and fiber crafts. When we get into their shorts videos, we see that they've just started, but one of them's already getting close to 500 views. Lots of live streaming over here. Look at this. So I've got notifications on because we put notifications on for everything that we see, whether they're live streams or premieres. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, as well as having the notification bell on for every channel. But you can see that they stream frequently, and they've got a couple of these coming up over the next few days. This is all like within the next I think one of them's even on Friday, not tomorrow, but Friday, let's just say. It's still Thursday for me here. And hopefully everybody will connect with Don Yarndahl. When we roll over some of these things, we see that this creator obviously is a dynamic host. They've got StreamYard panels. I've caught them many times, both on their own channel and on other channels. Lots of our friends here in the Superchat family are using that StreamYard system to simulcast the stream to different channels. Targeted patent, things like Super Chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated when they do happen. They're not available in every country or on every platform, but there's a button at the bottom of the chat that makes that possible. Again, I don't want to solicit that kind of thing. When we do have those things happen, we do put a channel up on the screen right away. Again, absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated when they happen. We do keep everything here open to everyone. I know it takes a very long time, but we do expect to be here for 2 more hours tonight. And that means we've got lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, and I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in the chat over the course of the stream. That's one thing we always have to keep in mind, right, when it comes to monetization, because I know it's on 99% of our minds, but, you know, people come and go all the time. That includes memberships, that includes super chats, things like that, but we have to remember that not all of these things are available in every country or on every platform. There's lots of ways to support creators without super chats and memberships, including, of course, viewing, watch time, likes, comments really help, and sharing. I think everybody will agree might be number one as well. Yeah, it might not be their targeted patent. It just it depends on different platforms and different countries and things like that. It's said that a couple of countries, maybe more than a couple, view things like super chatting or interacting in that way on platforms like YouTube. They view it like online gambling, because when you pay something, something happens, right? And they look at it that way. So whether those laws will change someday or not is anybody's guess, but we'll see. Intrepid's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And from the other side of the fence is up here. This is an interesting channel for me to talk about. We featured them several months ago, and when we I don't know how many people here in the chat might have seen a television show called Yellowstone or any of the spin-offs. But that was a show that I watched and enjoyed, and I was introduced to the term barrel racing. And I don't know if I'd ever heard of it before, but it was something that was prominent in that television series. So when From the Other Side of the Fence came into the Superchat family, and I started to become familiar with the channel, I took a real interest in this particularly just because I'd heard the term before. And often we hear about things or learn about things from television and movies as we grow up, as we continue on in our lives. But until something is explained, you know, from beginning to end outside of the theatrics, then we may not necessarily have a full understanding. So I was really impressed, because this is the story of a parent of a teenage barrel racer. And what they're doing is bringing us along to some of the competitions so that we can see exactly what barrel racing is, what's involved, the awards that are won, and the competitions that are, you know, they're made part of. And they combine photos and videos in their they combine, pardon me, photos and video footage in their productions here. So I think you'll enjoy that. 286 subscribers on this channel, working towards 300. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther. They've got a few new videos here. Most of these are quite short, but I'm going to take the latest one from a few days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. Some of these have started to really move into 2,700, even 3,000 views. One of them over 6,100, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will enjoy this channel, especially with the story that I tell, because after hearing about barrel racing, I took a real interest, and I sat and watched a few videos on this channel all at once to try to pick up on some of the details. And there's a real strong bond, you can imagine, between rider and horse here that has to be had in order for the trust that both would have to have with each other to be able to compete in these kind of competitions and eventually win awards and things like that. But you'll see that there. And then, yeah, Feathered Friends Homestead has seen Yellowstone as well. It's quite dark. It can be disturbing at times, but that's what I'm more into than anything else now. I usually tell people I'm into more political dramas than anything else. I like really boring, slow-paced stuff on television. After 24, that TV show was one of my favorite of all time. Might have been my favorite ever. And I just don't know if anything can compare to it afterwards. It was so well thought out and produced. Not that I don't think there's lots of great stuff out there. There certainly is. But I tend to watch slower paced stuff, and Yellowstone is perfectly my speed, with a little bit of disturbing mind trickery there as well to go along with it. So earlier in the chat we had Rosie. I'm not sure if they're still here, but they're part of the Kid Wonder family, and Kid Wonder has been a dear friend of over 3.5 years, as a matter of fact. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is a channel that I've been connected to since long before Superchat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. Now, I've been on YouTube for 6.5 years now, but I was already on for a couple of years before being introduced to the small YouTuber community, where a couple of people had said, hey, come with us, we'll introduce you to all of our friends, we all support each other, and things like that. And they do the same things we're doing here, even 3.5 years later today on Superchat. And Kid Wonder has been there from the beginning. This creator was so supportive to me and to us before and during the creation of this channel, Superchat, that he was the first creator ever to be featured on episode number 2. And after 3 years, he's still coming back as often as he can. He's got multiple channels. He's renamed them a couple of times. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder is here. And over 20,000 subscribers, which is great to see. When we look at this channel, we see vlogging as well as shorts and live streams. When we look at Kid Wonder and Rosie's gaming and live stream, we see a second channel from these creators as well. This channel I've actually collaborated on. This 8-ball pool game is something I was playing casually on my phone occasionally, and we joked for a while that we should collaborate. And one night I caught Kid Wonder that was he was just starting a stream, so I hopped in and we played for about an hour. You can find that on that channel. He's got a couple of other channels. So Kid Wonder's music, I don't know if I'm going to remember the name of this channel right now. It's brand new. Yeah, Music Corner. Kid Wonder's Music Corner is a brand new channel from this same creator. We'd love to get this channel moving. So Kid Wonder's Music Corner. And let's look at one more channel. Kid Wonder's Mukbang Show. The Mukbang Show with Kid Wonder. We know what mukbang videos are. I know I never pronounce it right. Therefore, I don't even try. But this is our dear friend Kid Wonder bringing these videos to us as well. If Kid Wonder or Rosie are still in the chat or listening, just please say anything at all in the chat. I'll get Rosie's channel up here. I can't for the life of me remember the name of Rosie's channel. Let me look at Kid Wonder again and see And then I'll move on quickly, but Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. Let's see if they've got it featured here. I'm hoping that Kid Wonder will put Rosie's other channel here on the front of this, and then I can find it easily. I'm not quite familiar enough yet. Plush Time, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen in a moment. Thank you again, Don Yardall. I hope I thanked you earlier for your super chat. Coastal Water is coming up right now. And this is a creator who has a special story as well. The biggest thing that I've heard of is that people enjoy the friendships on YouTube. It's the #1 thing people seem to enjoy. But the biggest complaint that I get on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels? We can find people online who are willing to do it. Thank you so much, Scratch and PPA, for that. I don't know how he does it, but he literally catches everything. Rosie Wren, the queen of YT Forever, is the creator that is now with Kid Wonder. When we look at Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. So she's got a couple of really short videos here, but I think I'm going to take another video from her. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list just so I can get to know this creator a little bit better. But thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. So Rosie Wren, the queen of YT Forever. And they got a handful of channels between them now. But Kid Wonder, like I said, unnecessarily holds a couple of memberships here. He's been up to like 3 or 4 at times. Obviously a very supportive creator. Rambling with the Brooms is in the house. I'm going to get Scott onto the wheel right now. Coastal Water's up on the screen. Now, when I talk about the idea of in real life friends and family members, the reason why I mention it with Coastal Water is because this is a story of a wife and a husband that have separate channels but support each other wholeheartedly. So I think it makes it that much extra special when we find in real life friends and family members that support each other's channels. So Coastal Water's here with almost 1,600 subscribers, and she will bring unboxing videos, product reviews, Happy Meal videos, cooking videos, and a lot of live streaming where she also could be cooking, this thing called Cooking with Coastal, as well as she could be taking us out on an adventure, and a lot of these car confession live streams. And if we look through these far enough, we'll see Backlash Fisherman's shoulder here. That's her husband. These creators bring similar content, but they post frequently, and they've been both incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in Superchat for a long time. When we look at shorts on Coastal Water's channel, we see that these have gotten well over 2,500 views on one of them, 3,400 on another, which is great to see. Oh, Rambling with the Brooms, that's it. I'm so sorry I missed you. I thought I saw you at the beginning of the stream, and so, maybe I was mistaken, because yeah, I don't know. I don't have an excuse. I thought I had an excuse, but I don't have one. Yeah, for any of our members or moderators, if I miss you, and you wonder if you might have been added to the wheel, if you don't happen to hear me call you out, please give me a nudge, or our other moderators, so that we can get that sorted out, because members and moderators are supposed to be added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. There they are. Backlash Fisherman is a first responder. He takes us on his travels occasionally. He's got fishing on the channel first and foremost, though. Some of these videos, his shorts, have gotten into 3,100, 3,800. And then when we go to his live stream, Scott's making me laugh in the chat. That's Rambling with the Brooms. When we look at Backlash Fisherman's live streams, we see a couple of series here. So he's got Cooking with Backlash. He's got these ride-along live streams. So his Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water are both doing similar things. And then as well, he's got some unboxing videos, and he's got a hobby hangout series where he brings up StreamYard panelists as well, which is cool. So a bit of diversity on the channel in between the fishing videos. But I'm going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up. and make sure I don't fall any farther behind. If anybody has the ability to share the stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Let's spin the wheel for a quick second. It's Our Abundant Life. Thank you so much for the Super Chat. Scott, thank you again. Yeah, thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. We're going to look at both of those channels as soon as we get back before we spin the wheel again. But Neil Collects is going to come up in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Neil Collects. So we've got a few new channels that have come through the chat, or one brand new channel. Ashrar Army is here. JR Excavating and Sons has joined us, as well as It's Our Abundant Life. So thank you all. Now, they dropped a couple of super chats as well. So we're going to look at It's Our Abundant Life, Rambling with the Brooms, JR Excavating and Sons, before we spin the wheel, but we'll get back to that shortly. And we'll just keep an eye on that channel for a quick second. So Neil Collects is up on the screen, and this creator is interesting because a lot of times we see channels that collect different things like silver stacking, numismatic collectible coins. Sometimes we see pop figures. Sometimes we see baseball and sports cards. But Neil Collects does a little bit of all of that. So he's working on 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. And then when we look at his channel, he's doing a few live streams lately just to pump up some watch hours. Got to be careful with these kind of things. So not necessarily with what Neil Collects is doing right now, but I just saw a channel, somebody reached out to me that was denied monetization because of the silent live streams that they were doing. So they got denied, and we know that when you get denied monetization, you can't reapply for a while, and you got to clean up the channel, delete a lot of stuff. You can lose a lot of watch hours there. And then thank you, Ashra Army. And then Neil Collects has got a couple of new channels here. So I'm just going to grab this fish and chips review that they've got, a special Gordon Ramsay type of thing. That'll be interesting. Different kind of video for Neil Collects. And then when we look at this channel as well, we're going to see variety in all the different things that Neil literally collects on the channel. I caught him doing comic books the other day. And then shorts on this channel have started to move into 4,300, even 5,200 views and beyond. FIFA World Other Gaming, good to see you in the house from New York City. That's another longtime friend of about 3 years as well. Live streams are frequent. Like I said, they're pumping up some watch hours right now, but otherwise they might be bringing us a collection of some sort. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time here in the Superchat family. So one of the things that we know here in Superchat, often we have brand new channels that come through every day, but often what will happen is people who've been with us for a long period of time or many times before will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat, with good reason. Because people here will usually want to make a bit of a judgment call based on how everybody interacts with each other in the chat before they will connect to see whether you might be a loyal and dedicated supporter beforehand, if that makes sense. So sometimes some of the things I say are hints for everybody in the chat. And then, we always want to watch when we see somebody that's like, let's say, a brand new channel or a very low number of subscribers and things like that. Of course, we always want to be helpful. Everybody's here to help each other, but we also just want to be wary when it comes to brand new channels, because they could be just passing through quickly, and there's other quick things that happen when channels pass by quickly and things like that. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. It's Our Abundant Life is here with 484 subscribers. They're getting very close to 500, so they have to be excited about that milestone. I see they've got a new video, and this is a movie night for the family. Interesting. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to just catch up with their latest video, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. I'm going to look at their shorts videos and see, I think they've been putting out a couple of more, and forgive me if I'm mistaken, but some of these have really moved now. 4,700, 5,000 views on this one. I don't remember seeing that. And this one at 7,300. I do remember seeing that, I'm almost certain. But this is really cool. And we often see, because shorts tend to get a good pump of views after they've been first put out. Sometimes it's 100 views. Sometimes it gets into the 1,000. Not every short every time, but you know what I mean. We start to see these things really move around. Now, It's Our Abundant Life is another situation where we've got JR Excavating and Sons. This is another husband and wife combo. So I'm going to put the other channel up right now. And again, the biggest complaint I get on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online willing to do it. So it makes it that much extra special when we have something like a husband and wife combo, or in the case of a couple of other creators, either cousins or in real life friends that are supporting each other so wholeheartedly. JR Excavating and Sons is never far behind. It's our abundant life here in the chat. They've got 299 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them up and over that 300 today. We know they're thinking about it, and they've got some shorts front and center on the channel. Now this channel hits home for me because they do a much bigger and more extravagant job than what I do in my daily work. But some of you know I work outdoors a few days a week, and I do a much lighter version of what they do on this channel. A lot of the different things, particularly paving and concrete work and stuff like that. But some of these shorts have really done well. 5,200, 5,400. One breakout shorts over 52,000 views, which is great to see. One of these days I hope to get a short. I tried to film one the other day, but it didn't come out very well. I drive the smallest skid steer loader, not with tracks, but with tires, a little Bobcat. 463 is the number of it, and I can pull wheelies for at least a few seconds in there, so I'm hoping to get some of those shorts on, and hopefully, based on what I see here, I might actually catch a little bit of a winner, but we'll see. But JR Excavating and Sons is doing fantastic with that. I had heard a story a long time ago about people going out and just filming, long before YouTube or anything else, a lot of big machinery, heavy equipment and things like that, construction workers and everything else, because people like to see how the work is done. What I think is that a lot of times we're driving when we see these things, so you know, it's a very quick glance and we move on. So it's great to have a channel like this that's going to show us how some of the work is done. So I'm going to put the latest video on my catch-up list. Hopefully all that makes sense. And again, thank you. It's Our Abundant Life and JR Excavating and Sons for those super chats. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. We were joking the other day as well, you can imagine. See, JR Excavating and Sons, I can imagine. They could be going either way. They could think, well, that's funny. Okay, you pull wheelies in a Bobcat. They could also be thinking, oh my God, you're going to destroy the equipment, and I'd be firing anybody that did that. But we talked with the guy that I work with, Jeff, and we went over it one day, actually on a live stream. It was my birthday, and we were laughing and joking and everything else. And I said, what if I accidentally took the Bobcat after you told me not to do wheelies and smash into like somebody's Corvette by accident? Would you fire me? No. What if I accidentally drive the Bobcat down a hill and smash it to a million pieces? Would you fire me then? Nope. So I'm pretty safe in my work, but I thought you might enjoy that as a quick note as well. Ron's Keto Cafe, I saw you come in. Thank you for coming into the chat again. Chef Shapino, thank you for gifting a membership. Chef Shapino's been a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and Granny Filming again. We'll be happy to have that gifted membership, I'm sure. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms dropped a super chat earlier, so we got that channel on the screen right now. Then we'll look at Chef Shapino, because we're treating those gifted memberships like super chats these days, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Pardon me just for a second. And hopefully I didn't mix up the wheel there. Chef Shapino, and then Granny Filming again is getting added to the wheel right now because they happen to be a member now, and they've been a member many times before. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So, yes, the handsome fella that you see on the screen happens to be a fellow Canadian. He's got a couple more shorts here. I noticed these ones are new. I don't recognize them. An F-250. I drive an F-150, but mine's 10 years old now. It still drives like day one because I baby it, but it's interesting to see a new truck. Let's see how some of these shorts are doing. Scott is going to give us some of that famous Canadian weather in a couple of these, getting up to 3,000 views and beyond. One of them over 7,700. When we look at the live streams on this channel, we see that Scott goes live every Thursday and Friday for two different series of live streams, and he's got a lot of StreamYard panelists who come up. He introduces us to channels. He's always been an advocate for helping others grow, especially when it comes to hitting initial milestones like 100 and beyond and things like that. He's working on 1,800 subscribers right now, and he's got a lot of videos that basically bring the same variety that we would expect from a homesteading type channel. He could get into product reviews, indoor content, outdoor content. He makes himself a part of the YouTube community by collaborating with other creators, heading out to meetups and things like that all the time. Now, this is Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. He's very well known as the Mod Father. Both of these creators are have reputations as moderators on probably hundreds of channels. Rambling with the Brooms is now a member and a moderator here in Superchat. He's been a member almost 2 years already. But these creators like helping others grow. They like collaborating. They like getting people together. One of the things they're doing is working on a cruise. You'll find a lot of information on Rambling with the Brooms channel here, as well as Lazy Days Ahead, where they talk about a cruise that's going to go from Seattle to Alaska in August of 2025. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. And then thank you so much, Chef Shapino, for the kind words, and I really do appreciate your extra generosity. He's done that kind of thing many times before, as has Rambling with the Brooms. Now, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be invited to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, and hopefully that makes sense. That's all of our moderators. So thank you again, Rambling with the Brooms. Chef Shapino's up right now. He just gifted a membership, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. I see Santa Claus North Pole Canada coming in, and this is a channel that comes to us from the Numismaniac, and will be much more active in the coming months as we approach the Christmas season. But the Numismaniac is a member, so I'm going to get that channel on the wheel right now, and we'll look at both of them when it comes up, because that's a really cool channel where they're able to get messages through Santa Claus, which is awesome for a lot of people, I'm sure. So, Chef Shapino's up here right now with 1,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this creator a little bit farther towards the 1,800 that they're thinking about. Paranormal Search, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Ron's Keto Cafe, did you, oh, you must have renewed that membership and I missed it. Forgive me for that. Yes, you did. I'm so sorry. I missed that in the chat. If I missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Chef Shapino is going to bring us a bit of variety on their channel, as a matter of fact. I thought I caught them for a live stream a while ago. Was I mistaken? A month ago. I guess it's longer than I thought. They stream about once a week, so we'll see. The conversation can go anywhere once it starts, but they always start with a theme on this channel. Shorts, like we see in most creators' channels, bring tons of variety. So even when we see channels that are very much in a niche or category, often there's variety in the shorts. We see 4,000 views here, 4,100, which is great to see, and then videos are posted frequently as well. And these can be polarizing content as well. So I'll take one of the latest videos, I'll put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall any farther behind, and hopefully everybody will connect with Chef Shapino. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time now. Social Couplepreneur is the creators behind Blue House Travel Services, and then as well, Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane. So thank you both for coming in again. And one more time, Chef Shapino, thank you for that gifted membership. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Kokomo Joe 13 is up on the screen right now. This is an another story that I get into when I talk about the idea of in real life friends and family supporting each other's channel. When you look at the thumbnail that comes up first in their shorts right now, you see another creator here in the Tuber Chat family with Kokomo Joe 13. That's Big Dude. And these two creators are in real life cousins, and they support each other wholeheartedly. They collaborate all the time, and they happen to bring us similar content with a lot of inspiration. They will inspire us in a spiritual way. We see videos that bring a lot of variety, basically just whatever's on their mind at the time. We'll look at Big Dude's channel in a second. When we look at shorts on this channel, Kokomo Joe 13 has gotten over 530 views, or over 500 views on one of these. And then live streams are frequent on both of these creators' channels. Lots and lots of Bible study. So like I said, they will inspire us in a spiritual way. Kokomo Joe 13 has 81 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards that first 100. We know the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. This is Big Dude. This is Kokomo Joe 13's cousin, who originally introduced him to us. And this creator's got some shorts front and center on their channel. When we look at these, we see a lot of tributes to public figures and celebrities, but some of these have gotten into the thousands of views. Videos are frequent. I'm just going to grab their latest video, a little update from Big Dude, and then I put that in my catch-up list so I can keep caught up with them, as well as live streams with a lot more Bible study from this creator in a similar context to what we saw from Kokomo Joe 13. So, hopefully, everybody's doing okay in the chat. I might have fallen behind. And Ron's Keto Cafe is working on watch hours. Yes, it can be a chore, that's for sure. But everybody gets there. And the truth is, you can hear in the stories that I tell that it's gotten easier, as hard as it might be to believe, it's gotten much easier over the last couple of years than it was before we started. Thank you, Chef Shapino. Yes. Always be careful of that stuff. It's okay because you let me know about it, and I haven't got problems with copyrights over here. One of the things we always have to keep in mind is that copyright in the system behind YouTube Studio is automatic. So what happens is whenever you're a partner in the YouTube Partner Program, if somebody takes some of your content, let's say without permission, right? What happens is you get this list of copyright possible infringements, let's just say, and then you get the opportunity in most cases to click, and you can give these creators a certain amount of time to take the video down before they get a strike or strike right away and things like that. Now, in most cases, I'd like to think that everybody's going to be careful, but I promise you, I make as many mistakes as anybody else, and I could see how it would be possible if somebody got a bunch of copyrights all at the same time and just happened to be looking at the page. Click, strike, and bang, accidentally like, oh no, that was one of my friends, I shouldn't have done that, and it's too late, right? So that's just a thought, but it's something to keep in mind. But Chef Shapino's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. I'll keep an eye out for your video, and if you do it in a shout-out type of format, I'll put it on our front page as well. I got a playlist for that. Cruising Koozies, good to see you here. And Hugo Homestead, a longtime friend, good to see you in the house as well. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. The channel on the screen right now comes to us from a creator who's very well known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. Scratch and Pete PA brings us the Scratch Challenge series of videos where he pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the chance to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. What you're going to notice as well is this creator posts with perfect consistency every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail, and when you catch him for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others, and I believe the biggest reason for that is because he literally seems to be everywhere all the time. time. All the support that he gives to other creators comes back in a rush and flood all at once during a 15 or 20 minute period. Depending on the size of his video, he always puts a nice long intro on there for us. Now, you'll also notice that Scratchin' PPA has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails on his videos, where he gives us a hint about giveaways that happen during his series. And then his banner is updated every week as well. We can imagine how much work that takes. This creator has recently expanded their content. I think he's got 3 new shorts that I haven't seen yet. I got to get through these. He added some shorts, and these are a variety from a vacation that he recently took in Italy, and then as well a live stream that he brought us for the first time ever recently as well. So hopefully everybody will check those out. There's different kind of content that we've known from what we've known from Scratchin' PPA over the last couple of years, and hopefully everybody will connect with him. We'd love to push him towards the 1,800 subscribers he's thinking about. Of course, he's monetized. And like I said, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. Now, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel while you're there, if that makes sense. Zed's Place, good to see you here. I think you might be in here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Thank you, Carrie Leonard, and we're still going to be here for a while. We will be here for almost another hour and a half. We try to cap our live streams at 3 hours. My voice can only go that long, as you can imagine. I see Patrick Hollitt is here from the from Newfoundland. And let me see if Emotion's in the house. Emotion's not there. Okay, we're going to go on break for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come back. I spun the wheel. Rushing Wind Mountain is up next. And then when we get back, we'll get back to spinning the wheel again. Emotion might be listening. I'm going to go see if I can sort that out right now in the background. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back. We're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain. I was just trying to sort something out in the back. We got a weird glitch going on. Our dear friend Emotion, who's been not only a member and a moderator, but a dear friend of what's getting on 3 years now here at Superchat, is having trouble coming in. And it's weird because he's got the note on the chat that says subscriber only mode. You have to be here for 20 minutes or longer. I've added him into approved users, which is a section that you have where you add and delete moderators or hidden channels and things like that. Approved users, they seem to be expanding the features that includes, but that is something that often helps. I also find that resetting a device, if somebody lets you know that they can't get into your chat either on a social network or through one of your moderators, resetting the device usually helps, but we're trying to sort that out. So I also reset the subscriber only mode to instant now, temporarily, so we'll see if that helps. But Emotion's resetting. Hopefully we'll see him soon. Shanster Travels, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They're a longtime friend. They happen to be a member, so we're going to get them onto the wheel right now. Pardon me. Allergies are bothering me. So Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen, and this is a creator that wants to bring us a lot of nature and wildlife, sometimes with humorous moments, often with short videos. But I've just taken the latest one and added that into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. When we look at their About page, we get an idea. They're in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. They're looking for relaxation, peace, and calm. They bring that to us through these videos. I'm going to show you the shorts as well. We see that these have moved into over 5,000 and even 6,000 views, but you get an idea of what they're doing here. And then live streams are something they might bring back in the future, so we'll keep an eye on that. We always have notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much as we can from each other as well. Butler Family Farm is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. They've done that many times before. And for that reason, I'm going to put their channel up on the screen right now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, targeted pattern. There's lots of glitches on YouTube. Sometimes you'll go to a channel, you even see it here in Superchat. I'll put a channel on the screen, it'll say not subscribed, and all you have to do is reset the page and it'll say subscribed. But I find that even though it shouldn't work, I mean, we're in 2023, right? But resetting a device, whether it's a computer, tablet, or phone, is always the first answer, and I'm still amazed at how often that works. And then yeah, anything's possible, targeted pattern. Almost anything is possible. Butler Family Farm comes to us with 116 acres of homesteading and farming goodness. They bring us all kinds of livestock on their channel, to which they just added, they added to the mix bees now. How do you pronounce that word? Apiarists, am I right? That would be make them apiarists. Cattle and goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs as pets are on this farm. And again, 116 acres. Big. It makes it the largest farm that I know of in the Superchat family. Now, they bring a variety of different videos, both indoors and outdoors, more outside than anything else. But they also do a great job of making themselves a part of the YouTube community by heading out to a lot of meetups and things like that as well. We'll see that in the live streams. When I scroll through the videos, you get an idea of the different things that they're doing on the farm, but that's a lot of work, I'm sure. Shorts videos on this channel, let's have a quick look at those. These have started to get into 3,300, 4,300 views and beyond. And then I always enjoy talking about live streams on this channel. I caught them for the monetization celebration a couple of weeks ago. We waited for that actually through the summer. But they're right back at it, doing a lot of streaming again. I see you've done a few since then, which is great. And then these creators do a lot of StreamYard panels. They've got lots and lots of friends, but they make themselves a part of the YouTube community by heading out to a lot of meetups and things like that. That's not always possible for everybody, so I was grateful for some of these because they are able to introduce us to a lot of other creators. There's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms again. He was out there for the Mid-America meetup. Quite a few of our friends are out there, actually. But this was cool because they streamed it. They've also been to an Ozarks meetup, and you recognize a lot of familiar faces in their thumbnails and rollovers and things like that. They've got a live stream coming up in a few more days. Hopefully we'll catch that. I'm going to put the notification on. We always set notifications for everything that we see. And then Writing with Emotion New Soul. Yeah, I can't even imagine for the life of me what could be the trouble with that. Writing with Emotion New Soul is a complimentary channel for Emotion. So I'm just going to put Emotion onto the wheel. They're a member and a moderator. And we'll look at both of their channels when they come up. But yeah, I can't imagine for the life of me why that would be a problem. And then one of the things we always want to be cautious of in any live stream is self-promotion. A lot of times when we are very much focused on our own milestones and things like that, it's possible, not here, but in other live streams, to get timed out and banned and things like that. Here in Superchat, the best success comes from reaching out to other creators with generosity and supporting them first in all the ways we wish they would do for us. It starts with a conversation, and then of course our instructions are always in our video description to help you get the most value out of your time here and show you how we connect exactly. That's in an effort to make your connection stick, of course. But the best success always comes from making the first move, reaching out to other creators, and helping them with the things that they're looking for. Broken Hearts Ministry, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's Gail from Gail's Southern Living, the host of the Fall Fest 23 giveaway. Paul's Green Space is up right now. This is another channel we featured not too long ago. They bring us more outdoor content, particularly with tips and tricks for the garden. This creator is growing 30 different types of edible plants, flowers, vines, trees, and more. They've got some shorts videos that have gotten into 5,000 and getting close to 6,000 views now. And then when we get into their videos, you get an idea of some of the things they're going to bring us. A lot of how-tos. This creator goes a little bit farther, though, as well. They talk about some of the things that work together or do not work together when we're planting in our gardens, what to do when something just won't grow. You're doing all the right things, it won't happen, and then how we can replace things like that as well. This is a really impressive video if you get a chance to watch this particular one. It's only 12 minutes. See how I grow 30 plus foods in my suburban garden. I was lucky enough to watch that right before featuring this channel many months ago. So they're working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. The Numis Maniac is here. That's the same creator behind Santa Claus North Pole Canada that we saw in the chat earlier. They happen to be a member, so I've already got them on the wheel. VS Speaks Royally is coming up right now. This is a creator who brings a small bit of variety in between their main subject, which is the royal family. Now, we know that there's always something going on with the royal family, and that is, you know, as long as history, really. But when we look at this channel, we see that they have had a solid and strong foundation for a very long time. They've been a friend of ours for getting on 3 years now. And you'll often hear me talk about engaged conversation in the chat. It's how we essentially run the wheel. You'll hear me talk about it a lot because it's so important for other creators when we engage true conversation in their premieres and live streams. VS Speaks Royally does a great job of leading conversation on their channel, particularly in live streams where they cover their main subject, the royal family. You will find very vibrant and engaged conversation during these streams. Of course, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 4,400, 4,800 views, one over 7,200. But like most creators, we see a lot of variety in the shorts mixed in with their main content, and then videos bring a bit of variety as well. I would like to say half and half. I think they're back on more of the royal family than anything else, but if you dig through far enough, you'll find some more variety from this creator as well. They're now well over 5,000 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can keep them moving, and they've been growing fast for a long time. And Numismaniac is talking about new and better ideas to stimulate interest in their channel. Oh, emotion. Perfect. Okay, they're back in chat. Yeah, I don't know what could have caused that glitch for you, but it's great to have you here. Katie's Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Yeah, the Numismaniac, if that's the case, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring. I'm always happy to hear about precious metals and stuff like that. The Numismaniac's known as the Skipper when you get to their channel, and they've always got vibrant conversation going on there. They talk a lot about numismatic collectible coins and a little bit of silver stacking and things like that as well. VS Speaks Royally. I meant to spin the wheel. I just got Katie's Kitchen on there. Let's spin the wheel right now. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We saw Neil Collects already, so I'm going to spin the wheel. I might have accidentally put them on there twice. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is coming up. They've actually got a couple of channels, and they let us know earlier in the chat today that they might have a new series of videos coming up, so we'll see what that is about when we get there. 2,800 subscribers right now. They're working on 2,900. Lots of featured channels here. This is what I was talking about earlier. They've got a new video. Hockey season is coming up, that's for sure. I thought the first games were in a couple of weeks, right after Thanksgiving. In Canada, we celebrate Thanksgiving on Columbus Day weekend. And so our American friends have their Thanksgiving the next month, later in November, as most of us know. But I believe the first hockey games, don't they come on like the 12th, 11th, or 12th or something of October? So interesting. But there's Mike and Rihanna's Adventures with a new video. So that's just from a few days ago. I'll look forward to seeing what you had to say there. It's surprising. I'm not as much of a sports fan as I might have expected to be. My parents had me in sports. I was very lucky when I was a kid. I played baseball in the summers, hockey in the winters until I was old enough to be annoying and tell them I didn't want to go anymore. And I did not badly, better than average in both cases. But I don't watch as much. I like to go to hockey games if I can. Toronto Maple Leafs are, I think they're number 2 in the league for merchandise sales. They were many years ago, the last time I checked. But they're always sold out, always. Season tickets, I don't even know how anybody could get their hands on them. Every game is always sold out, no matter how they do. It's been forever since they've had a cup or anything like that. And even to be far into the playoffs and stuff. Not that I really know what I'm talking about. I certainly don't. But I like to go to a hockey game if I can. I've been to a handful in my life. I don't even know what ticket prices are now. Last I had heard, nosebleeds would probably be in the hundreds of dollars. It's gotten something else. But there's nothing like being there. And we're very lucky because at, I think it's called the Scotiabank Center now. I haven't even kept track on how they rename these things. But our newest arena, where the Maple Leafs play, there's not a bad seat in the house. That's the truth, because I've been right against the wall. You can like literally touch behind you. I've been in the Reds and things like that, but I've even been in a box in that place a couple of times. But it is there's not a bad seat in the house. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has to say there. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Oh, really? The Vegas Knights. That's interesting. They know how to put on a show, says the Numismaniacs. And that's coming from a Canadian, so I'll have to take your word for that. If I ever make it to Vegas, my dear goodness, so many people have told me that getting... if I ever went to Vegas, I'd never come back. But I haven't been. The Soldier Family Network used to be known as the Hoops Family Network. They are inspirational in the creation of Tuberchat. They're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. They've been with us since long before the beginning. As a matter of fact, Amanda from the Soldier Family Network is one of the very first creators, along with Nate Vlog and Kid Wonder and a few others, to start introducing me to a lot of people in the small YouTuber community. There's Just Chasing Keto and more coming back into the chat. He was live earlier, so he'll have a replay for us to catch. He went live. You can't forever. You're not going to be able to avoid crashing into your friends' days and times when it comes to live streaming. I never get a chance to stream on Thursday, so that's why I jumped at the opportunity today with a pop-up stream. But Just Jason Keto goes live every Thursday afternoon or every Thursday evening. I'm in the Eastern time zone. And so we know we'll have a replay afterwards. So shorts on Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have moved into 2,300, 2,400 views. They bring a lot of variety here. They could be indoors or outdoors. Their videos are the same because it is essentially a family vlogging channel. Now, Mike has recently become a travel agent, so they've got a travel talk series of videos, and they've let us know they might have another series of videos coming up. They got product reviews. They could be indoors, outdoors, giving us a chance to get to know them and bringing us all kinds of different vlogging. They've got live streams that come up every Sunday, Sunday Fun with Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. And then they've got a complimentary channel now called Rihanna's Life Adventures. We'll see what they got going on this channel. 77 subscribers right now. We'd love to push Rihanna towards that first 100. She's got a few shorts here. One of them already over 800. Live streams I've caught them for, which is great to see. And then they're likely going to pick those back up, and we'll be looking forward to new videos soon from the channel as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in another moment here. Killer Clown Gaming Jory might be what we're about to look at. We'll see what they've got going on. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I will appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuberchat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Pardon me just for a second. And Killer Clown Gaming Jory has brought a few more shorts, it looks like. Some of these have gotten some great views as well. One of them at 1,900, another at 2,500. Videos on the channel. We'll see if they're going to be bringing more of these. I'm just going to grab this one and put it in my catch-up list. I know it's only a few seconds, but I'll run it. And then this creator brings a lot of video gameplay, a lot of Fortnite, but they are mixing up a little bit here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Killer Clown Gaming Jory is here with us frequently. 638 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. I'm going to start moving it through channels a little bit faster now. We've still got an hour to go, but I want to get through as many channels as we can. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes and come back with Lisa J. Stocks. Oh, pardon me, we're back looking at Lisa J Stocks. Right like the second I was about to come back from that break, my allergies are just on me. So pardon me for that. I'm always okay, but I'm literally allergic to everything. Lisa J Stocks is up right now, and this is another creator like the Stock Explorer. It's the bankroll budgeting just because, and a few others that want to help us with our finances. Lisa J Stocks is going to talk to us primarily about the stock market, but much more than the technical details, which she does bring. She's also going to talk about motivation and inspiration, as well as challenges that can help us figure out how to set money aside for the purpose of investing, whether it's going to be in the stock market or anywhere else. Now, Lisa J Stocks working on 800 subscribers, going to be there any moment, and this creator posts frequently, almost every day at times. She does bring technical details like dollar cost averaging, and dividends are a big thing with this creator as well. And Lisa J Stocks is very forthcoming about her own portfolio and her own stock plays. Now, I always believe it's beneficial for everyone to have as much financial information as possible, so that whether or not you intend to ever invest in the stock market directly or indirectly, you're still making better educated financial decisions by having as much information as possible, if that makes sense. Now, Lisa J Stocks also gives us bite-sized information in shorts videos. Some of these have gotten into the thousands of views now, 5,600, 7,500 and beyond. And then live streams are occasional, but she's already had some familiar faces and having interesting conversations about finance and look, for instance, retirement and things like that. So that's eventually on all of our minds. It's never too early to start. And talking about the rent is too high, 40% of your income here around the Toronto area has just gotten out of control. The Canadian dollar, of course, is only worth about 72 cents American-ish right now, something like that. But a two-bedroom apartment can go as high as $2,500, $3,000 when you think about the average Canadian wage, which I think now has gotten, pardon me, I'm dropping things, has gotten beyond 60,000 Canadian dollars a year. I think it's around there, and it depends who you ask, but this is what comes up when you search it out, right? But out of 60,000, you start to think about, like, wait a second, 3,000 a month is going to rent. That's something else, man. And that's if you're talking about apartments, not even if you're thinking about houses. A full 3-bedroom house at 1,800 square feet, I could see going for anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500, and depending on the area, maybe even higher than that. It's just become out of control. So it's interesting. Lisa J Stocks has a video about it over there. We can see what she has to say. Feathered Friends Homestead is up on the screen right now with exactly 400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're going to be thinking about. Get that 400 locked in for them. When we look at the shorts videos that are front and center on this channel, we see a bit of variety, but some of these have gotten into 1,500 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then when we look at the videos, I see that I'm behind. I'm just going to grab their latest bacon corn chowder. I'm going to put this into my catch-up playlist. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We see a lot of typical homesteading activities here, mostly indoors in their videos, but some outdoor content as well, and a lot of cooking and canning videos. One of the things I find compelling about cooking videos and channels, especially in the small YouTuber community, is the real world look we're getting at some of the things people are making. Kim Chuck and Peanut, they're in rural Colorado. They do farming, gardening, cooking, baking, canning, and home preserving on their channel, and a little bit more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Feathered Friends Homestead have been with us now for what's got to be getting on a year. We had an influx of homesteading channels come in within the last year to year and a half or so. I think it's longer. Rambling with the Brooms has been with us for over 2 years now, so it might be much longer than I'm thinking. And hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I literally start losing track of how long some of these friendships have gone on, because I've been on YouTube for 6.5 years now. But even Superchat has been here for about 3 and almost a half. Be Amazing Sylvia is one of the original 7 creators in the Drop the Link Day crew. And these are a lot of creators that will allow you to connect with others in their live streams. They're actually doing one right this second. So they do it a little bit differently. Now here's the thing. It's not that there's a right way or a wrong way to connect. We do things a certain way here in Superchat because we've been doing them for well over 3.5 years now. So we follow the formula to a T every time. But Be Amazing Sylvia and her friends like Geo, like Marlene, like Ranger, and these others, if you happen to know that group, they have different ways of connecting, but they're all very well seasoned, and they've all been at it for at least 3 years. So Be Amazing Sylvia's channel is just on a crazy trajectory right now, exploding. And I'll show you the reason for that in a second. Typically, she brings us variety. I'm just going to take her latest video, put it in my catch-up list. She's monetized, obviously, with Super Chats and memberships available to support her with. She could be indoors, she could be outdoors, she could be giving us a chance to get to know her, doing a Happy Mail video, a product review, or taking us on an adventure. Live streams bring more variety, and these series where they connect with each other in a similar way to what we do here. This creator has interviews with others. They take us indoors, they take us outdoors, of course. But the shorts are where there's some real magic happening on this channel. They hooked into a formula a while ago that has found them great success. One of these shorts at 249,000. One at 576,000, and one at 749,000 views. So I hope everybody will check out Be Amazing Sylvia. You'll see why her channel is moving now towards 12,000 subscribers. And you know I say of channels of that size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. I got to start moving it through channels. We got quite a lot to go through, so I'm going to start going a little bit faster here. The Bud Files seek to be modern-day archaeologists. The idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it. They do that through video, shorts, and live streams, but they've really expanded their content over the last year or so. I'm just going to grab their latest video from way back Wednesday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Often there are history lessons in their videos. They could be indoors or outdoors as well. Shorts videos on the channel show an abundant amount of variety, and you get an idea of that as I start scrolling over these, getting into 5,000 views. One of them over 15,000. Kimberly Gila, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Live streams on the Bud Files have gotten a lot of variety as well. They could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be taking us on an adventure to an abandoned ghost town or a graveyard or a cemetery, more history lessons throughout, or they could be singing or dancing or playing a game and giving us a chance to get to know them at home. They're working on 1,400 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. The Bud Files are here with us every day in Super Chat, for which I'm grateful, and they seem to be out in the YouTube street supporting other creators all the time as well. So, we just hit a special section on the wheel, and I've called it Clear the Wheel. So we never knew when that was going to come up. It's something we've just been doing over the last couple of streams. What I'm going to do right now is wipe the wheel clean of all the names that are on there. We're going to put back any names of members that are here that are still in the chat or listening or watching. And that will speed things up for a lot of creators, and pretty soon I'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. So if you are listening or watching, Please be active in the chat right now so I can get your name back on the wheel if it belongs there, and we'll be back in 3.5 minutes. Let me spin one more time so I can see who we're going to look at when we get back. Is it going to go back to the same square or section, maybe? Yeah, I should have known that would happen. Let's spin one more time. We'll see who's going to come up next. I'm going to wipe the wheel in a second here. And thank you, Katie's Kitchen. And Wayne's World Unlimited will be up next. So I'll put that channel up on the screen ready to go. We're back in 3.5 minutes. And I'll try to make that the last break that we take for today if I can. I don't catch everything that happens in the chat. As a matter of fact, I probably miss more than anybody. Thank goodness for Scratch and PPA and our moderators. They catch a lot of what I miss. But I recently found out a couple of months ago that Just Jason Keto and More was a DJ at one point. Most of you know that I was for a very long time, and occasionally dabble in it. I'm trying to stay out now. But Shanster Travels said that they were a DJ as well, and I might have missed that if there was anybody else. But it's interesting to hear these things, right, where it's so much different than the things we typically know about our YouTube channels. That came up. I was actually doing something only about once a year now. I expect to ever think about doing something in the realm of DJing, but I did do a 1-day thing or 2-day thing this year, and I streamed, and Just Jason Keto and more happened to be in the stream. That's how we were talking about it, and found out that he was. Granny Filming Again was a DJ as well. Interesting. And Shanster Travels. As well, if there's anybody, any members specifically that are listening or watching that haven't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. I'll get you on there right now. We did hit that clear the wheel section, so I wiped it. As you can see, we've just got a handful of names now. So soon I'm going to add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged over the last 3 hours or so, or 2.5 hours anyway. And in the meantime, we'll talk about Wings World Unlimited. This creator comes to us from the UK and brings a lot of variety, a lot of outdoor videos from this creator. He brings outtake videos as well. You'll see that as soon as we get through a lot of this. And it's something that we see occasionally from creators, either in dedicated videos or sprinkled throughout their videos. Wayne's World Unlimited is here with us frequently as well, but they're mostly outdoors. Shorts videos on this channel bring a lot more variety, of course, but these have started to really move. One into 5,200 views, one at 7,500, and one breakout shorts at 239,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll see much more from Wayne's World Unlimited. I'm sure we will. He just came by quickly today. Our time zones are off, so he was calling it an early night. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and we'll see what Granny Filming Again has got going on. Granny Filming Again is here with us almost daily as well, for which I'm grateful. Now, I know not everybody can be here every single time we stream, or for 3 hours every time we do. So I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, and I also appreciate those thumbs up. So if you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So, the Social Couplepreneur is up on the wheel right now. And then I'll think about adding another name in a moment. Paralife TV or Everyday Wheelchair Ninja is Shane. I'll get them onto the wheel also. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Now, Granny Filming Again just films whatever they think about, whatever comes to mind. They let us know. They're filming with their phone, and they might do homemaking, cooking, cleaning, grocery hauls, pickups, and they're always changing their About page. They've updated this several times, but it's fun to read, and I hope you will. You get an idea when we go through the channel. They're indoors, they're outdoors, and literally, like I said, just filming whatever comes to mind. Oh, they've got some bloopers here, too. It's 2 channels in a row we see bloopers from. And then shorts on this channel have moved into even 6,100 views and beyond. And then live streams on this channel are occasional. They did one yesterday. They seem to be on. They were going daily for a couple of days there. We'll see if they're going to keep these up. So 521 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're thinking about. And M&T Living and Cooking, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Canadian Family Life is coming up right now. So we'll look at 2 channels, Canadian Family Life and Tiffany's husband. Tiffany is the creator behind this channel, of course. They come to us from New Brunswick. I recently found out that Canadian Family Life was started as a channel. The purpose was to build memories and give a chance for the family to keep up with them. They're doing a lot of grocery hauls on their channel, cooking videos, some gardening, and I was really taken away with their indoor gardening because they keep it so neat and tidy, and it's interesting to see. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They do unboxing videos, happy mail videos, shout out videos, things like that as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into now 1,200 and 1,400 views and beyond. One of them over 2,400, and we watched that one continue to move when it started. And they've got a live stream coming up on October the 1st. They've got some fall colors ready to go. When I'm in Niagara Falls this weekend, I'm going to look and see the state of the environment and whether the trees, I want to try to catch them while the trees are changing color before they lose their leaves, right? So that's a tricky thing. It's weather based, right? Of course. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Canadian Family Life. They stream occasionally, but you'll find Tiffany recognizable on so many other creators' channels. She hops in on lots of StreamYard panels. Canadian Family Life Hubby is a new channel that they've started where we're going to see 3D printing from Tiffany's husband. And I know I've mentioned it a few times, but it is Chris, right? And then I'll hope that Tiffany can let me know if I'm right, or Scratch and PPA probably will. 23 subscribers on this channel. They've got a couple of shorts and a handful of videos already, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that first 100. We know that the first 100 is more challenging than ever before to get to today, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. Paralife TV, thank you so much. Shane, I've got you on the wheel. We are going to look at your channel. But we'll hopefully see you again soon. Shane's been a dear friend for a long time. Shanster Travels is coming up right now. She sent friends over to Superchat. She's been with us for quite some time too now. 2,000 subscribers. Good stuff. It's been, I don't know what the last time we put your channel on the screen. Probably over the last couple of streams, but I didn't realize you're like right there. So 2,000 subscribers is excellent, and obviously excited. That's an intro video, but you could imagine she'd be excited for that. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here and put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit, make sure I don't fall behind. Coffee walks and whatever. Good to see you back in the house. Shanster Travels, more than anything else, is going to talk about cruising and travel, but we see a bit of variety on the channel as well, and this creator is very well known in a lot of other StreamYard panels, on a lot of other people's channels and things like that, and some of their shorts now have gotten into 3,100, 3,200 views. One breakout shorts over 9,300, which is great to see. I wonder if that one's still moving. And then live streams are frequent on the channel. They did one yesterday. They did one a week ago. They seem to be going once a week on their own channel. But here's a bunch of familiar faces on live stream with friends. There's Destination Fun and a bunch of friends as well. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Shanster Travels. Obviously, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a second here. Social Couplepreneur has a couple of channels as well. They are very well known as Blue House Travels Travel Services. So let's get them up and see what they've got going on right now. And I will add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list. We can stay up to another almost half hour if everybody would like. And Social Couplepreneur is also at 2,000. Oh, yes, 2,000 subscribers. They've got it locked in. And they've got some members-only videos here. They happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos from Atlanta. Here's an example. Women's NBA, right? That'll be interesting to see, a sporting event after we were just talking about sporting events. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They've got a lot of variety here. Family, food, a little bit of travel to go along with their travel business. And you get a bit of an idea. They're usually taking us outdoors, as a matter of fact. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,400 views and beyond. One over 4,400. Which is interesting. Fajita as well. And then live streams on the channel. They did one a few weeks ago. I'm hoping to see more. Hopefully I'll catch you for one. It's been a few months. And like I said, they're monetized. Now, when we look at their other channel, Blue House Travels Travel Services, We see that they can help us with our travel arrangements if we would like. It's great to know they can be used as a resource as well as a channel that they use to promote their business. 106 subscribers over here. Videos on the channel are occasional, so we'll see when they're going to come up with more, but obviously all travel based. Shorts on the channel, they've done a few of these. They might have put some new ones out because I don't recognize a couple of them. 2,700, one of them at 7,500, which is interesting. I love Lego. Lego was like my favorite thing when I was a kid. I think I liked it more than everybody, and I had tons of it. Blue House Travel Services, hopefully everybody will connect with. And again, that's Social Couplepreneur with a second channel. And then, thank you, Neil Collects. Yes, I'll be happy to catch your message after the stream. We're probably going to be on here for maybe not quite another half hour. Katie's Kitchen is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And let me see who else is still in the chat. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I will get as many channels on as I can in order based on who's been most actively engaged, of course. Kimberly Gila can be added. Targeted Patton is still here. Targeted Patton, just please let me know if you're still here, and I'll put you on the wheel right away because it's your turn. M&T Living and Cooking are incredible supporters, as is Coffee Walks and Whatever. That's Deb and OJ. We'll get them on the wheel. And Katie's Kitchen is up here with 228 subscribers. Oh, there they are. Targeted Patton. Yes, I've got you on the wheel. Let me grab their latest food bank haul video. They do a lot of these. They've got some cooking videos as well as some more variety on their channel. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. It's fairly new, so they just started posting videos a couple of months ago, but their shorts have already gotten into 6,600, one over 8,300 views. Just Jason Keto and more, who's in the chat right now, was live earlier, so they'll have a replay for us to see. We looked at that channel earlier today. Mama Four Boys is a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And Katie's Kitchen does a lot of video gameplay, and they mix up the games, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there during the live streams. And we've always got notification bells on for every channel to give us the best chance of catching each other for live streams and premieres and everything else. If that makes sense. Coffee Walks and Whatever's coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coffee Walks and Whatever has now over 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 they'll be thinking about. This is Deb and OJ. They've got a premiere coming up, and that will be on Saturday. Saturday morning for me. And M&T Living and Cooking is doing their monetization celebration at 5 p.m. Pardon me just for 1 second. M&T Living and Cooking, is that in 5 p.m. Eastern? Forgive me, I'm just curious because Tuber Chat is planned right now for Sunday at 2 p.m., which means we'll be ending right around that time. If it is Eastern, so we can raid into you if you would like. Oh, Siri didn't catch that because I was yapping. Hold on for 1 second, everyone. Pardon me. Alright, I'm trying to get Siri on the case, but she doesn't know what I mean when I say raid. I think she didn't want to take that instruction. Coffee Walks and Whatever has got 1,400 subscribers, like I said. And these are fellow Canadians. They could be indoors, but usually outdoors. A lot of times, actually, I catch them in live streams where they are giving us a chance to get to know them. Let's look at the videos for a second and see the variety that they've got here. And classic car show fans, of course. We got a lot of friends that are into classic cars. And shorts videos on this channel. Let's see how these have done. Gotten into 3,700, 5,000 views on one of them, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent. So I've caught them, but not for a couple of weeks now. I've caught them many times before, and they're streaming frequently, which is great to see. It looks like every few days. So hopefully everybody will catch them. And thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. So we should be able to raid into M&T Living and Cooking without any trouble on Sunday, and that'll be great for their monetization celebration. It's interesting because they were one of the first 2 creators, including Canadian Family Life, that we know of, that were monetized under the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. And Kimberly Gila, let's see what you've got going on your channel for today. 74 subscribers, pardon me. And we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're still as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will do just fine. We see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So Kimberly Gila seems to be taking us out for different types of adventures, a bit of variety, some cooking here as well. And some PetSmart shopping as well. When we get into shorts videos, these have just started, but they're getting close to a couple hundred views. So as you continue to post, those will likely continue to grow. Yeah, we will. M&T Living and Cooking. That will be the plan for sure for Sunday. Mama 4 Boys is coming up next. And now, speaking of cooking videos, as a matter of fact, this channel really hits home for me because a lot of the things they have, you'll see delicious looking content on this channel, but a lot of this looks very familiar to me. Things I've either grown up eating or, you know, like through my whole life, basically. And I love the real world look we get at things like this when we have cooking channels and cooking videos, especially from creators here in the Superchat family. So one of the things that this channel does as well is, pardon me, the voice is going. They introduce us to ways to make some of the things at home that we might have otherwise found in a frozen food section or a prepared section in a grocery store, which is really cool. So they got pizza there, they got a St. Patrick's Day meal, they got hamburger helper, and a few other things as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. These are shorts on the channel. Let me just see how the views are doing there. These have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond. And then short videos on the channel bring even more variety when we look at all the different dishes and meals that they've made and bring for us, in between a little bit of variety as well. I always forget to mention that on this channel. And then live streams are something they've experimented with, so we'll see if they're going to continue those. And then the Soldier Family Network. So this is Amanda. The channel was originally called the Hoops Family Network, and they are inspirational in the creation of TuberChat. You know, I've been on YouTube for 6.5 years now, but after the first couple of years, I was introduced to Amanda and a few of her friends, and these creators started what later became my community of small YouTubers, let's just say, and eventually the inspiration behind this channel, TuberChat, because I said, hey, I'm going to start a channel that does what you guys do, letting everybody meet each other. And they didn't say, like, go do your own thing, don't copy us, you know, find your own, there's too many, and blah, blah, blah. They said, we'll help you build it. And they did. And the Soldier Family Network now is just a rename for the same channel, but this creator's been a moderator since the very beginning. They've been with me for well over 3.5, probably closer to 4 years now. 2,100 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them towards the 2,200 they're thinking about. This is a family vlogging channel, so the content can encompass just about anything at all, indoors, outdoors. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, put it in my catch-up list so I can get a chance to catch up a little bit. They've got a new trailer for their channel as well. I see that is the second latest video. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 4,400, even 6,600 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel are something they've done in the past. We'll see if they're going to keep these up and continue with those. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat, and we will get you on there right away. M&T Living and Cooking is coming up right now. These creators are incredibly supportive. I run into them constantly supporting other creators when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. They've got a lot of delicious looking content on their channel in between the variety that they bring, taking us out on different adventures. Looks like they've got some travel videos here as well, which is cool to see. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Shorts on the channel have gotten into thousands of views, many over 5,300 views, one at 5,400, and one breakout shorts over 20,000 views. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well. They've got one coming up in a few days. That's the monetization celebration. We're going to raid into that. And just in case anybody would like to see how that's done, I'll set a live redirect right now. So what I'm going to do is just go to my own front page, and that's just one way that we can get into the YouTube studio. And I'm going to go over to the content, live streams, and I'm going to pick the live stream that's going to be set up for Sunday, because I've already got it in the background ready to go. I haven't set it up yet. And what I'm going to do is set the live redirect. And you have an option to pick one of your own premieres or live streams, or when you click over into this other box, you're going to get all kinds of stuff from your friends, live streams and premieres that are coming up. But you can just paste a URL in there from a specific live stream or premiere coming up, select it, click save, and now what will happen is for anybody that has the live redirect or has their autoplay on, they'll be redirected automatically as soon as your stream or premiere ends. Lots of us do those kinds of things. Rating can be a generous thing to do. We call it rating because the term came over from Twitch. Here on YouTube it's called live redirect, but not nearly as fun of a name, so we talk about raiding each other. Sometimes you hear about things like raid parade and things like that, or a love parade and things where people line up their premieres one after the other. Pete raids a lot of channels after his premieres every Tuesday. We see other creators do that all the time. We try to do it here as often as we can on Superchat. So Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane, and this is a creator who's been a dear friend for a long time as well. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, working on 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And this creator's got an interesting aspect to their channel, and I was instantly taken away with it because I noticed that what Shane is bringing us is two things in every video. First of all, the channel brings life from his perspective, life in a wheelchair, but he also brings us traditional videos in a how-to type of format. He also does a lot of fitness, as a matter of fact, but traditional how-to videos, and then as well with his unique perspective is interesting. And I've just taken his latest video. I know it's quite short, but I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list there. He's got all kinds of variety on his channel, indoors, outdoors. Like I said, fitness is something that's really big with Shane, though, as well. And you can see that here in the shorts videos, 8,400, 12,000 views on one of these. Live streams are something that he's done frequently as well. Looks like over the last little while it's been about once a week. So we'll see if he's going to keep those up. But we've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So, again, if anybody would like like to swap playlists, just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do. We're back on Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And now we're going to look at Emotion New Soul. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out if you didn't already give one. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody again soon. This channel comes to us from Emotion, a talented singer and songwriter who's both a member and a moderator and has been for almost 3 years here. He's working on 4,000 subscribers. And you know that I say of creators with channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. We can all imagine what that takes. When we get into videos on the channel, we see his original works, usually in the form of music videos. He also brings us compilations. Some of those are Tiny Desk concerts. He rounds out the channel with shorts and reaction videos as well. Some of the shorts have gotten into 1,300 and 1,600 views. Live streams are frequent. These are usually compilations or Tiny Desk concerts. I'm going to run one of these for him. I missed the last one. And then he's got a complimentary channel called Writing with Emotion New Soul, where we get a chance to see how the music is made and the man behind the music. 788 subscribers over here. He also rounds out this channel with shorts and live streams. Those could be compilations or Tiny Desk concerts as well. Shorts on this channel have moved into now 700 views, 900 views, soon to be 1,000, I'm sure. And then live streams on the channel are something that he might continue with. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Emotion on both of these channels. Like I said, a dear friend, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thanks again for the time that you spent. We'll see everybody again on Saturday. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Pete. Thanks to our moderators. See you soon. Bye-bye.